This is another tutorial by yours truly, Cameron Cintron, and today we're going to be covering how to implement Unity's uh, recent ad system. It's really easy. Unfortunately, it's only for the iOS and Android. Maybe in due time they'll create a Windows Phone sort of ad system, but I don't pay attention enough to what they have in the works to actually know. Um, so let's get started. Now, what I have right here is a brand spanking new project. So go ahead and, if you haven't already, open up your project or open up a new one, whichever you feel like. And go ahead, just pause the video. Yeah. But otherwise, we're going to continue on. So, what we're going to want to do next is we're going to want to come up to the top, click Window, and we want to click Services. And that'll open up the handy dandy Services window. And you're going to want to click the little drop down. You have to make sure you've logged in. And you'll see your guy here. So you'll click that and just click Clear Create. If you've already done this, just click I already have one and it'll show you a list of the projects you're working on. Um, but yeah, click create and voila, your project will now be linked to Unity's services stuff. You'll have enabled the Ads Analytics Cloud Build in-app purchasing, which if you haven't and you're curious on how to set up in-app purchasing, be sure to check out my other video. Uh, you can find that within the channel. And then, of course, Unity's multiplayer. So obviously we're working with Unity's ads. So just come over to here and click that guy. And you'll just click this guy and set it to true or on. Uh, Choose whichever one of these applies to your project. I'm not really caring because this is a tutorial, so I'm just going to go ahead and click that one and save changes. Then you'll have to select which platforms you'll be advertising on. Um, I haven't used test mode, I don't think, but you do need these two guys right here. You can also get those by going to your dashboard, if I remember correctly. Well, we want that. We'll close that. Yes. So we just go into here and voila. There they are. Ooh, what is this? Ah, a link to your game. Um, I'm not sure what that's for. I'm assuming that that'll add your game to their ad service, maybe. I don't know. I haven't got that far. Let's see, what else do we got? Video orientation. That's important if you're very specific how you set up the game. Maybe you have your game set in a portrait setting, and you don't want the ad to be displayed in landscape because then your user will have to turn their tablet constantly, and that'll it'll be a hassle. So I would set that to on. Oh, dropping glasses over here. Anyways, statistics. This is interesting because this will go up, I've noticed, even if you're testing your project. Um, but yeah, pretty straightforward. Oh, clicking more stuff. And that brings you to the hub. Analytics is very useful too for that. Mm, but, ad setup. Ooh, what have we got here? Okay, so we're in the Unity's analytics right now. And if you're unsure of how I got here, just rewind the video. I'm just clicking random stuff. You can also do the Unity Analytics dashboard. Click that guy right there, log in or sign up if you haven't. Voila, we are here. Which one? There we go. Ad setup. Just follow their little thing. Next. Pretty straightforward. I won't delve into that any further, just so that we can go ahead and get our ad stuff set up. Okay, so I'm going to close that. And like I said, we need that. So I'm going to leave this window open. Okay, let's go into our scene. Now I'm going to make a cube just to demonstrate advertising. You can just go ahead and watch. Don't bother following along if you don't want to. In 16.9, that's because, for whatever reason, unimportant. What's important is we're going to create a script and C sharp. We're going to call it, well, I'm going to call it blah, blah, because I'm just showing you guys how to do it. You can call it whatever you want. That's the beauty about programming. It's totally up to you. If this were a professional environment, I would call that maybe ad handler or something, but it's not. So, first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to go into void. We're going to create void awake. Well, I'm going to do that. I don't know if you're following along. I'm assuming. And we're going to go ahead and do if advert. Oh, first things first. We also need to import advertising. So, up at the top, I'm going to throw Unity using Unity Engine dot advertisements. It's really cool. Unity's been really strong about if you're using it, then you can bring it in. But if you're not using it, you don't have to use it. Essentially to save probably project space and maybe make your applications run better. But okay, back to what I was doing. So if advertisement dot is supported, bam. And now that's essentially saying if probably we're connected to the internet or if we've got an advertisement already cached in our data, whatever the heck. It's doing a check if we can have a video. It's pretty straightforward. Now we're going to do a check for the two um, platforms. That's the word I'm looking for that we'll be doing ads on. So first we'll do the Android check if application.platform is equal to the runtime platform.android. Oops, pushing too many buttons. Now we're going to do advertisement.initialize. Now remember that fancy dandy numbers I said we need? Our game ID? I wanted to copy and paste that. Oh yeah, and you can also um, do stuff. This is pretty useful if you want them to watch to the end to give them a reward. I'm going to go ahead and set yes. Edit. Name rewarded video. No, okay. Oh, that's why. I'm misreading stuff. Disregard what I'm saying. Anyways, so 1033102. So 103303102. 1033 102. Yep. That needs to be in quotation marks. And we're gonna say false because, well, I it I set it to false because it pretty much said just set it to false. So I left it at false and everything worked when I did it. Now if we're doing iOS, of course, we need to do, I'm going to go ahead and copy that. I'm going to go ahead and else, but we're going to change this bad boy into iPhone player. Woohoo! iPhone player. And lucky for us, there's only a 1-digit difference. So 103, and we're going to leave that at false. Okay, cool. So now we want to test this. And I'm going to just get rid of that. The reason why we throw that in the awake and not the start is because awake is the first function that's going to run when the application loads. And I believe it runs irrelevant if the object is enabled or not, if I can remember correctly, which is pretty good. So now we want to test it out. Let's do a void on, well, I'm going to do void on mouse down because that is how I test stuff. Actually, I'm going to do void on mouse up. I'm going to attach this to the cube. Very abnormal, but I'm just doing that to test. So what's going to happen is I'm going to click my cube and I'm going to run my advertisement. So if advertisement dot is ready, we'll want var options equal new show options result callback equals, and let's pause because we're about to start calling some other stuff that we haven't even made yet. What we need to do is we need to create a handler that's going to call different things based on a listener to run different things based on what happens when the video is ran. If it's skipped, if the video didn't run at all, or if it made it to the end. Okay, so we're going to just private void because we don't need any other scripts accessing it. Handle show result, and let's see, show result. We're going to create a switch statement, and we're going to do throw result in there. We're going to do case show result dot if it was finished. And I'm just going to copy that. Finished. Skipped. Failed. Finished. Okay, debug. Log. Award player dollars to buy one single piece of armoire because armoire is a fancy word for armor. Actually, I'm unsure. Um, an armoire is like a little uh, closet kind of thing, a drawer, desk, thing you can put clothes in or something. I'm not quite sure. But back to the task that was at hand. So result callback equals result. I'm sorry. That's that guy. I don't want that guy. I want this guy. Bam. Then we'll do advertisement dot show null options. What was that again? So named callback handler. Options. Why can't I think of? Right. We're passing that. That's the callback. It's gonna pass the show results through there. That guy is specific for if we were to go into here and if we clicked our maybe I did that a little too fast. Okay, click your platform and your integration ID. So I could do rewarded video if I specifically want them to not be able to skip it, and they have to be able to listen to it. Um, if you do it null though, my understanding is this is going to run the default one. Yes. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Unfortunately, within Unity, you will not see an advertisement. But what you will see is a little screen that says this is where your advertisement will be played. Very cool stuff. I love Unity because they think of us and they make things easy. So now we've done that, why don't we test it out? And yes, I know I don't need to see your warning labels. Gonna click play. Oh my gosh, moment of truth. Oh my gosh, it didn't work. Go figure. Okay, I'm going to pause this video until I figure out why. Never mind, I am resuming the video almost instantly because I feel like a fool. Wah, wah. Guess who didn't assign the script, as always. Jump at the gun. Alright, let's take two. Action. Play. Bam! Wah, wah. Unless. No. Okay. I'm pausing the video again. Okay, resuming the video because I think I remember. I know why. So we in the project in the code we wanted it to be an Android. So let's select Android and switch our platform. And you think I would have ran through this whole video beforehand to iron out all the kinks, but no, I didn't. So there we go. Okay, now we're good. So we're set it to Android, and here's our little callback saying that everything worked good. That false what is just saying that whatever. I mean, that's if we go into the code. Oh my gosh, that's just saying that guy worked. All right. What? Hey, it worked. Here would be your ad unit. Things seem to be working. Very cool. So if you do that on your tablet, it will display an ad. And we can close that. And oh my god, we were awarded that many dollars and we can now buy one single piece of armor. Very easy stuff. And that's all there is to it. Now, I'm sorry to disappoint, but in our analytics, um, the amount of times your video was viewed will not go up every single time you watch it within the editor. Uh, with that being said, it will go up when you do watch it on your tablet while testing. But you will not be paid. I have noticed that. From my understanding, you have to publish your app and then your users will make you money. Uh, the only thing I'm unsure of is if they have to tap the ad or if they have to just simply watch it. Who knows? I'll get back to you guys on that. On that note, that's all there is to it. And, ooh, last but not least, if this video was god awful and you prefer reading, you can always go back to the services window under ads and you can just click code samples. It's all right there. Part of it. That's the simple stuff. And then this is the same code for doing it. In case that's too confusing or your visual thing, then I'm glad I helped you. Um, I haven't really gone through any of this documentation, but that's all there is to it. We're over 20 minutes now, and yeah. So thank you for watching, and be sure to check out my other video on implementing, what was it? In-app purchases. All right, thank you, and have a lovely day.